That's how we do it. Eagles Way of Boxing. Y'all know what's up. This is quick, y'all. Yep. That's me. That's Eagle. We up in here. Yeah. Just for a little bit. I gotta. That's some important stuff to do. So, just real quick. I have to go to. I have to do a seminar. So, yeah. The lecturing circuit is starting. No, I was kidding. Yeah, I don't do lectures. I try. I try not to. I don't like to do lectures. Actually, I like it, but it take a long time. I like to do informal. Well, I like to do talk arounds, like sit around the table and just chop it up. I like that better. I like that kind of a lecture a little bit better. You know, it's not so personal. Yeah. Rumors in propaganda is what's on the menu. Maybe I get some people in here because I didn't say anything specifically to hurt anybody's feelings. Oh, I don't want to say nothing about MTM, but I'm going to a little bit, only because uh, I don't know. You can say what you want to as a person, but as a so-called retired boxer, uh, uh, let these people. Uh, Let them handle their matters and stuff. A lot of people got mad at me still. I didn't want to say that they're actually mad, but people, I could tell by the response that when I said that, you know, maybe Haney and his dad, maybe they're being petty when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, but hey, I don't know. It's like pass it down. Everybody wants the money passed down from Floyd, but that didn't happen. So everybody's passing down the same type of attitude. You know, it's just like even with this rematch with Earl Spence, if he doesn't get out of boxing, he stays in there. I just hope he gets out. If it was a temporary condition that he was under, yeah, I think maybe go give it a shot. Yeah, maybe fight a tune-up or something. I don't know, but yeah, just I don't know if it's permanent. If that's what I see in his face, if that's permanent, then get out of boxing. But anyway, that's something completely different. But I would say that my best, not guess, but my best thought would be for boxers. If you retired, I know you still want to have your nose in the business, but you're not. Just stay out of it. Some of you are partially in the business still. Cause damn, didn't Roy Jones have a fight earlier this year? Damn, it's like these guys these older guys just don't want to stop. But I guess Joe Frazier had a fight when he was older too. So a lot of these guys, they just don't want to quit. They don't want to stop. But you have to learn when it's time to just hang them up and just enjoy. Just be a spectator. Yeah, I see the look on like Sugar Ray Leonard's face when he's watching these fighters and stuff, and I see nothing but like enjoyment. He's like, yeah, this. He feels good when there's a good fight. I think I can say that when I look at him, he looks like he's enjoying that the sport is still here, still evolving, and still going strong. Even if we might not think it's as strong. And yeah, there's some things in boxing that we don't necessarily like, but they're light. I mean, we just have to. You're not gonna do nothing, so Marvel just accept it. That's it. That's all we can do. All you can do is accept it. That's it. That's all we can do is just accept whatever's going on. You're not gonna change it. I'm not gonna change it. Regardless if I want to say something about it, I can bring up stuff. Of course, I can bring up a lot of things, but is that something that I want to do? It all depends. I mean, like I said, we can always have a discussion. I'll discuss anything. I mean, like I said, grown folks chat. We talk about this thing, like what happened in Montgomery, Alabama. That's gonna be the big thing now. Um, a lot of the stuff that they're doing, even with that situation, has nothing to do with boxing. I think, but it does. At the same time, you might say that it has a lot to do with boxing too. Yep. Uh, Now I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. Don't do it because it's just making me laugh. I know it doesn't really have anything to do with boxing, but people are just stupid. Uh, I could be a little sick when it comes to sarcasm and other things. When it's just fun things. Now, let me get my yawning out. So I'm probably going to yawn. I made myself yawn because I was messing around pretending to yawn earlier, and I did it too much. So now I did that too much, and it sticks in your head. It makes you. Then you just end up yawning because I kept going. Oh, and just kept doing it so much. If you do it so much, people will catch it, but then you end up in trouble. So the whole thing. Now the boxing part. I mean, I'm laughing, but the boxing part is they was out. They was throwing hands on the dock. Okay, but I don't think nobody's really their life was in danger. I think it was a life lesson that was given out that was much needed. I mean, but the memes and everything else is just flooding in on all this new media. Uh, you got people just on the street and they're just throwing their hat up like they're just throwing their hat up in the air like like a flare, like like an emergency flare. So they're just throwing their hats up and pretending like they're brawling and stuff. I my understanding was that this was a security guard that was attacked. That was my understanding. I can't tell. I mean, he looks like. I mean, it looked like might have had on security guard clothes or whatever. But that's was the bottom. That was the main issue is that he just was getting attacked. So when he threw the hat up, that was go time for uh, his so-called people. I don't know if they was his people or not, but somebody they just want to get involved also to come down and make the odds a little bit more even and maybe make the odds uneven again. But the whole thing with the hat in the air and this new media and stuff, I mean, they're really making me laugh with it. I couldn't take it at first. It was you take it like, oh, this is a real serious situation, but then lightheartedly you have to just start laughing. I mean, it's just like these people are gonna laugh. Some of them are gonna laugh, and some of them aren't. Because I heard even another part of the story I heard is that the group of people that was in it involved in the first place are members of the K group, and they have their own little market and everything. And they've been known to do a lot of things that people would look at as being racist and stuff. Um, that part is not fun. That part is not good. But you reap and you sow also. So whatever happened, it just had to happen. So, but as far as everybody like making memes and making fun and all that, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say that I don't like it. And I'm not gonna say that I like it. I'm just not gonna really say any. I'm not gonna say much about it, but it's just one of those. Just one of those things. It's actually fun. I mean, for me, to be honest, it's fun. It's just some of it. I mean, you need to. Sometimes you need the laughter. You need to. You have to laugh every once in a while. You can't always. You can't take all these situations so serious. I mean, maybe it was a serious situation, but at the end of uh, the event, just you take it one way or another. You can take it real serious, or you can say, you know what, I learned my lesson. I've actually been in fights, which is crazy because I got in fights with my sister, not fighting her, but against other people, and she was very. Uh, I'm not gonna say she was confrontational, but she's the always right type of person. In a lot of situations where she just had no business being there. Somebody was fighting at like a little bodega one time, or just like a little. It was kind of like a bodega. It reminds me of more like a bodega, because they're usually in the middle of a whole bunch of buildings or at the corner. So this one was at the corner, and it didn't look like a store, but it actually was. And here, being out here, it's different because they don't call them that. They call them carne asadas or something like that. Carne asadas, and they got marquetas, different things that they call them. But anyway, somebody was in there fighting, and she got too close. Somebody threw a bottle, and the glass hit her, and now she wants to get into it. But it's her fault. For me, it's her fault. It's your fault. I mean, it's none of your business. Just stand back and let whatever happen. So another time, or it probably more than one time, there's always some kind of time where she was trying to go hands on with somebody else. Always had to like stop her or something, or try to stop her. You couldn't really stop her. The one thing about her is you could stop her. If you picked her up, you might get kicked or something. But you could stop her, but she has to get at least. I would say she has to get at least her initial hands. She had to get those off first. So, like she had to get she had to get those off first, and then you can stop her. Like, let me get these. No, I got. She. I think it hurt her not to be able to touch. It hurt her. Very sweet person, but it hurt her if she couldn't touch you. Like if you got her too upset, she has to go hands on. Like I gotta be able to put hands on you, just for a little bit. Even if I don't get to beat you down completely, but I need to be able to put hands on you. So, but we hopefully people will learn. They will learn from this experience and just and carry on. Learn from the experience and just carry on. Just take it lightheartedly. Just say, okay, we kind of screwed up. It wasn't a good look on our part. Just take it like that. That's how way you take it. You take it like that, and that's it. You just go on about this. Just go on with life. You know what I mean? Just go on with life afterwards. So don't worry about that part. Just go on with life and don't worry about it. Just let it go. Don't turn it into something that it doesn't have to be. Don't get so proud to where that you have to be the right person. Now I'm not saying that she was proud for it. Just some people just have like they have a certain switch. I'll leave it simple. Some people have a certain switch inside their body to where there's certain stuff that they're not willing to compromise with when it comes to any kind of grievance or confrontation and things of that nature. that they, it's like, oh, that's my switch, man. They push my buttons. It's like people say push your buttons. Like, oh, man, push my buttons. I got, man, no matter what you tell them, it's like, you go to jail. They don't care. It's like, I'm going to jail, but I got to get these hands off first. Hey, why I got a crook in my neck? I don't think it's a nasty one, though. But it's there. Regardless, it's still in there. Get up out of there. Out of there. Get in there. Get out of there. Yeah. So, I would say that, it's probably better to just, if you're in the wrong, just be a person enough to just say, you know what, that was probably wrong. That was wrong, and just learn from your mistakes. I mean, I laugh back. I mean, even when you're a kid, you laugh back at stuff that used to happen. You laugh back even if somebody beat you up. Oh man, I remember you used to beat me up. Yeah, you don't cry about it. You're a grown person. You don't cry about it after you're grown. You say, oh man, you used to whoop my ass. It's like one of my friends told me that. I used to beat him up. I said, I ain't never beat you up, man. I said we used to beat each other up, man. Stop having one-sided memories. You're gonna have one-sided memories like I was the only one doing damage. I wasn't the only one. Wasn't the only one that was doing damage. Everybody did a little damage to everybody. I wasn't no bully. So if I'm not a bully, I ain't beating nobody up like that. Yeah. I should have been the one. I should have initiated the conversation. I should have been the one saying, "Oh yeah, remember you used to beat me up all the time." Yeah, I should have been the one initiating that. Yeah, yeah. So if you get around your old friends, always make sure if you guys ever had fights, even if you won, always always say that you was the loser. So always make yourself out to be the loser. Be the bigger guy. Say you used to lose, even if they said, "No, man, you used to whoop." I said, "No, man, I was pretending like I won." Do something like that. That would be the best way to do that. Where y'all at, man? I got other visitors coming through, man. All these other little visitors, and you guys ain't coming through at all, man. I'd like to see one or two of my people come through. If that's okay. If that's okay, I would like to see a couple of people come through. I know I'm late, but that's good because I told you I have something to do. My last show I had to go work. You guys are still jealous about that. Don't get jealous about every little thing, man. Yeah, don't get jealous about every little thing, man. Yeah, I had to. I can't. I had to go work, man. So I was working at a nice place. Well, a nice atmosphere. You guys should love that. Like, okay, he's working at a nice place. So let me put Sugar Ray up. Sugar Ray. That's more fitting. Even though it's not working. It should be working, but it's not. Always something in the way. So let me try to get this adjusted out the way. I like to have this clip. I like to have this little short clip up because this shows like, and I've been seeing this type of action in fights lately too. It just shows that shit. If you ain't gonna do, you gonna just stand there. If you just stand there when you're supposed to be fighting, if you stand there sometimes you just loading up, then you're gonna get caught. Simple as that. And that's what happens with this guy. Just standing there, look, trying to load up a right hand like Cause you see me with my hands. My hands don't seem like they're in the right position. The right position. But if you actually look at it, his hands were. They were like in a position where he could, block if he needed to. So okay, you gonna just take a left hook? Okay. Then take that left hook. Take the left hook and let's call it a day. Okay. But what I had though is, about I keep hearing about this thing with Keith Thurman. With Keith Thurman and Clarissa Shields is Keith really want to go at her and stuff, but she wants to fight him. It's gonna be some kind of catch weight. I think he's gonna have to come in lighter than her or something like that, because she's a pretty big girl as far as girls is concerned. It's like if she's gonna make, like, I don't know, she wants him at 154, 160 or something like that. She probably come in at 160, and he has to come in at 154 or something like that. But he might as well going to get paid. He might as well going to get some pay. Going to get that payment. But whatever you do, please just don't get your ass knocked out. If you get knocked out, of course we will be talking about you for quite a while. If you knock her out, then we ain't gonna talk about you very much. Like, oh yeah, he knocked her out. Because it's gonna be something that we might have expected. I don't know. Maybe you might not be able to knock her out. Cause it's just like what everybody say that somebody see something in somebody. Everybody see something. They see how to beat Tank. They see how to beat all these fighters and stuff. So it's like, okay, you see how to win, and then these fighters are undefeated. Like, okay, they're undefeated, but you see how to win. Okay, but we'll see. Yeah, we gonna see who can beat who. I don't know if I don't really endorse the fight. You know what I mean? I don't know if I endorse it, but these fight they have turned this whole fight game is changed. It's just something different. Yep, it's just something different. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Yeah. It's one of those things where you love boxing, but I don't know. Girl versus guy. I mean, this has been going on for a long time, man. In tennis and all other sports, the girl versus guy or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know. Am I in trouble for saying girl versus guy? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not in trouble. Because I don't know. People don't identify. I mean, that's all I. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully we good. Hopefully I'm not in trouble for. I don't know. What do you get? You get in trouble for gender shaming or what? What do you get in trouble for now? I don't know. They got so many different so-called genders and stuff. I don't know. So I don't know what it is. But like I said, hopefully I'm not in any kind of trouble. That's all I can say. So is I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. I'm not usually, you guys know I'm not usually that kind of. I'm not usually slow like that, but I'm just trying to gather my thoughts about this whole thing. Well, Keith, just go out there and win in spectacular fashion. Just win whatever many rounds, 10 rounds or whatever you do. Just win every round. You don't necessarily if you know you can knock her out, you don't have to knock her out. Just win every round. Just tell her to go back uh, to claiming that she's a GOAT because you will actually have that title, but but I don't know if that's a title that you want, but you could probably have that title. Um, Say, let's do it this way. So if you're going to be the GOAT, well, if they're going to label you GOAT, then you might as well put some hurt, some serious hurt on her. Hold on just a second. Here we go. Always got this. This thing's always got something running. Where's my I don't know. Just phone calls and stuff. But I see none. I came in a little bit too late for you guys, so yeah, Keith, go out there and do a good job. Whatever you gotta do. You guys gonna fight, then fight. Uh, Haney's business. That's just Haney's business. Stay out of their money. Everybody's worried about. Everybody says they're not worried about somebody's money, but always in somebody's money. Leave their money alone. If they want to fight, let them fight. If they want to fight for 20%, let them fight for 20%. If they want to fight for 25, 30, whatever they want to fight for, let them fight for that. That's what this has to be. And you, you have the right to say that somebody's ducking if you want to. But hey, I mean, they create this damn culture when it comes to boxing. Everybody's so tight with their money. Everybody wanted to make so much money. But even, I'm telling you, I'm trying to be honest with you. Even after that big Bud Crawford win, he's just not gonna get. He cannot. No matter what he does, he's not gonna get as big as some of other fighters can get. He's just not. And we'll see. This watch and see. He should be way bigger than what he is after the fight, because it's just too much foolishness after the fight. Instead of praising them the right way, all they're doing is making memes and clowning and all that stuff, and that stuff only goes so far. It stays on new media. So yeah, but we're gonna see how it works out. But hopefully that what we see in EJ, he still look kind of dazed and confused. I don't know, man. Maybe that. Hopefully that whatever he got is not something that's permanent. But for me, suspecting, I think it is something permanent. I think it is. I think it's more. I think it's permanent. It might not be. It might have been something else that we don't know about. I just don't want to say too much, because you guys he's always into conspiracies and all that. I don't know. It might be a combination of a few things. So I just don't know. But for me, no matter, I don't care how much skill somebody's got. I don't care how many. I don't care about somebody's skill set. That's not what I'm caring about when it comes to certain things that I look for in boxing. And I don't need to make up excuses for somebody. I'm talking about myself. I don't care if it happened or not happened. I just see. Matter of fact, you let certain words leak out of your mouth when you say that somebody, you notice that somebody was weak. If you notice somebody was weak and you notice somebody didn't have power, then that's telling me something. Especially when you have a lot of people that's been in the ring with you, been in the ring with them, and they say the person does have power and sparring and everything else, they have power, but then you say, oh, they don't have no power. It's something, yeah. That's it. Just gonna be quiet about it. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. That's all I'm gonna say. Is because people just ain't gonna get it. They're gonna think all kinds of other stuff. Yeah, and I don't know what anybody's thoughts is, but if Dylan White is the one, if he just keeps doing all this, he's always on something banned, some kind of banned substance or something like that, or I mean, any of you, not just him. If you've been caught more than once, then it's time for you to get thrown out. They're probably not going to throw these guys out, but it's probably time for you to get your ass thrown out of boxing. We don't need you in there. Anyway, my shout out to the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. I know y'all gonna give me comments and stuff. Where was you at, Eagle? Hey, I got stuff to do, man. I'm gonna catch y'all.